A very good morning to all the respected faculty members and participants. I am Shiraj Singh, Assistant Professor in ECE Department of GB Pant Institute of Engineering and Technology. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you all to this last day of AICT Training and Learning, Atal Academy sponsored 1 week faculty development program on antenna design, fabrication and measurement. On behalf of all the faculty members of GB Pant Institute of Engineering and Technology, I would like to welcome our today's session expert, Dr. Gaurav Verma, who will be delivering his talk on antenna fabrication. Kindly allow me to give a brief introduction of him before I hand over the session. Gaurav Verma, founder and managing director of Vivan Tech Solution Systems, is a technical graduate in ECE from Punjab with working experience of more than 12 years in telecom, manufacturing, simulation, design, and test and measurement industry. Before VDS system, worked with well-renowned companies like Ericsson, Moser, Silvaco, and many semiconductor companies of India and abroad. Worked very closely with sales team and technical team to promote research and innovation in the country by means of premium academic institutions, defense labs, and semiconductor and RF companies. The basic strength of his is social and professional relations with clients, having sound technical knowledge and hands-on recent trends in the field of semiconductor, RF, and microwave. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing us precious time for this FDP session. I hope the participants will benefit from this antenna fabrication talk. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Rishi sir. A warm welcome to all of you in this session of PCB fabrication process. This is my honor to be here for in front of you guys, and I am very thankful to GBPC to provide me this platform for my this PCB fabrication process, part of you can say a lecture, I just kind of a lecture, so that we can share the challenges and the procedure of the PCB fabrication which we felt in this last 5 or 10 years of our tenure. So, like before we start, just I want to give a brief of my company. This is Vivan Tech Solution System. So, this Vivan Tech Solution System is a VTS system. It's a nomenclature, and it's an ISO 9001:2015 company, and it was founded by some professional with combined experience of more than 30 years in the industry. Team is well experienced in the different sectors like VLSI, RF, microwave, and are working in the research and academia. Like with the objective that by partnering with the technology leaders, we can change or we can overbridge the gap between the industry and the academia. So we have different solutions with us, like we are the manufacturer and supplier for anechoic chamber, and the channel partner with EMAC Technology. EMAC Technology provides solution for FDTD tools, FDTD simulation for antenna, RF and microwave, and RF SPICE for a circuit simulation. We are into the VLSI. We have a solution, a TCAD, which is called a visual TCAD also. The TCAD is the technology, like technology CAD. We are into the PCB also, like PCB means like for design. We have an end-to-end solution for the PCB. Like first, we start the designing by using the different simulation software, and then we have PCB prototyping machine and the PCB photolithography process also. We are channel partner with Anrisu for test and measurement instrument, just like VNA, LNA kind of thing. So today we will discuss about the PCB prototype. So today we will discuss about PCB. So what basically the PCB fabrication is, we will try to cover the thing like what is PCB, why we want to design, and what is the flow for the PCB. Just a minute. I want to share one PPT with you. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Like first we will try to discuss what
Sir, you can switch to full slide mode.
we will first we will discuss about the theoretical part of the PCB fabrication, like what is the flow, what will be the flow for the PCB, and then we will have our technical expert Sunil Sobham from LPKF, who will give you uh, complete presentation about the one PCB prototyping machine, and he will show you how the PCB machine will work, and how we can design or we can fabricate or we can make a prototype of a double layer PCB, PCB, or you can say we are talking about the RF and microwave now antenna. So in this scenario, like he will tell you about like how you can design a two-layer antenna. So like if we talk about the PCB, so like we are try always try to know like what is kind of a PCB, what is the PCB basically, and why we fabricate it, and what will be the PCB fabrication process. So like if we take an example of like any mobile, any gadget, so we have a board with us into the mobiles or into any gadgets or into any electronic equipment. So that is a board. That is a board of small element. That is and that these elements are mounted on the board. That is called the actually PCB. That is a PCB print circuit board. Fine. So uh, failing to pay enough attention to the quality of the construction of your board can present a number of problems for your PCB development process. Like if we are not, paying any attention or enough attention to the quality of the board, then the test and after getting a board, we can get a different kind of a problems in that development. These can range from the inability of a board to the manufacturer to low yield rates or even premature failures in the field. So, like, let's first begin by answering your question, like, what is the PCB fabrication process? Yeah, is it visible to all of you? May I have answer from anybody?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, and then look at the importance of understanding the process for PCB development. Now, what is the PCB fabrication process? The first question everybody asks, like for a better or for getting a good result of my PCB, what process we have to follow? So, like uh, for uh, for a better or getting a good yield after fabrication, we have to follow some process, like which can before fabrication, it may be helpful to define a few other terms and their interrelationships. So like PCB development can be defined as the process of taking a circuit board design from the design to the production. Like PCB circuit board design means like before going to the production or before going to the fabrication, uh, we need to design it with different simulation softwares or the earlier method of etching or photolithography. Like we have to make a design and then we have to iron it on the board, and then we have to laminate the board, or we have to mill by using the knob kind of things. So here, like what we are trying to suggest you, like design your any circuit by using the simulation softwares, and then it will go to the other part of the manufacturing. So the first part of the PCB of any kind of a PCB is the PCB development. So in the PCB development, it includes the design and then manufacturing and then testing. So the first part is the design by using any software we will suggest you, or any, and then PCB manufacturing. PCB manufacturing is the construction of your board design. That is the manufacturing of the board. This is a two-step process that begins with the board fabrication and ends with the PCB assembly. PCB assembly we will discuss in the later half of this slide. And then after PCB manufacturing or the fabrication of the PCB, you have to go for a PCB testing. PCB testing, sometimes referred to as bring up, is the third stage of the PCB development, performed after manufacturing. Performed after manufacturing, testing during development is done to evaluate the board's ability to perform its intended operational functionality. During this stage, any errors or areas where the design should be modified to improve performance are identified, and another cycle is initiated to incorporate the design change. Like before going for the mass production, we have to go for a testing of the board, or which we have designed and manufactured by by the different kind of design process. Actually, first, like in the traditional way, photolithography, and in the nowadays we are trying to we are working with the milling machines. So after fabrication, we have to go for a testing, and then after testing, if we get the result, like okay, but this is the better result or the accurate result according to my design. I got the result of design result and the testing result. We get accurate, then we move towards the PCB assembly. PCB assembly is the state where the PCB in which the board components are mounted on the bare board through a soldering process. Actually, the component which we design and by using the simulation software, and then we test the board. So this is a second stage before testing. This will be a second step. This have to be second step, because before mounting we cannot test any board. So this is a flow. Like first we design the PCB initial or redesign initially, and then manufacture. We manufacture the PCB manufacturing, and then fabrication. After fabrication, we mount the element, or the like here we discussed. We mount the components and then test. Then testing of the PCB. If we get a better good result, then this process stop here. And if after testing we are not getting the desired, we have to go again for the to re-evaluate our design. So this is a complete basic flow of PCB manufacturing or fabrication.
Excuse me,
Now,
sir.
what exactly the fabrication process is? Fabrication process is the physical manifestation is achieved through the following actions or techniques, like image desired layout on copper clad. This is a traditional method, like, or like we try to you know make a image and layout of it and on the copper clad and then laminate it. Then etch, remove the excess copper from inner layers to reveal traces and pads, and then create the PCB layer by stacking the laminating or heating the press. Fine. Then drill, etching. This is a traditional method we try to use in the manual process. However, in the by using the PCB machine, we do the same thing, but we eliminate some steps, like uh, we really we doesn't know, there's no need of laminating or heating and press before, holes, or the before removing the excess copper from there. Then plating pinholes and Y hole, adding protective coating to surface. This is the silk screen printing reference. Optionally, a finish may be added to copper area. These are the basic uh, steps of the PCB fabrication. Now, the same thing, like we discussed till now. The main thing is, like uh, we normally outsource the PCB fabrication to the contract manufacturer. Contract manufacturer here is the PCB fabricators. So in most of the cases, what happens, uh, contract manufacturer or the PCB manufacturer, uh, during the fabrication, having a lot of getting a lot of challenges, like your design is not proper, or your testing is not proper. Like everybody, the designer is getting a lot of challenges over there. So these are some challenges if we go for the to the contract manufacturer or the PCB manufacturer, like manufacturability, production yield, or the performance after deployment the components over the board. So these are the some challenges which we feel, or which every designer gets in their in his career. So if improper fabrication will be there, then we what the designer think, like whether we have to go for the manufacturer or not. So no, we have to go with our own. Okay, with our own, we have to go with our own. uh, we have to design our circuit, and then we have to prototype it, then mount the component, and after mounting, uh, go to the direct testing. So these all have to do ourselves to make, or you can say to better yield, or to for better performance, better reliability, and better manufacturing. So yes, we have to do ourselves by using a different, you know, uh, for your best defense against the types of problems what we face in the our career, is not incorporating knowledge of the PCB fabrication process into your design decision is the utilization of design of manufacturing. So design, we have to design rules. We have some design rules and guidelines that are based upon the capabilities of your manufacturer. So the software or the PCB development software, any kind of software, have their design rules and the guidelines. According to them, we design our software, we design our circuit, and then go for a PCB fabrication. So now we will cover the some PCB fabrication techniques. As a PCB designer, it can be tempting to leave the details of the manufacturing process up to the fabrication house. However, a little understanding of the manufacturing process upfront can help prevent headaches further down the line. So here we will cover the different types of PCB fabrication technique and what you as a designer need to know about designing for manufacturing. This we already cover the imaging. A dry film is produced by this like designing each, then the process will be etching, the removal of the excess metal from the PCB with some solvent, and then laminate the board, whether it is single layer or two-sided or multi-layer. Okay, then for through hole or mounting or panelization, we require some machining, which is required for PC manufacturing process, or then plating for to your through holes or vias. That is the electroplating, electrolyte plating, and then electrolyte plating. Then dry plating is there, so 2 or 3 types of plating is there. Then manufacturing ability matters here, like designing board with the manufacturing in mind can prevent delays and redesign. Redesign means like if you go better manufacturing process, then it will reduce the time for your getting a better performance. So these are some PCB fabrication techniques which already I think everybody knows. I think so. Here we have Sunil Swapam sir with us. Sunil Swapam sir, please unmute yourself.
Yes, good morning everyone.
Here we have Sunil Swapam with us. He will show you like how the PCB prototyping machine works and what process flow they follow, and how we can get a better and the best machine performance of our design, a circuit design. Sunil Swapam sir, can you share your screen with us?
Yeah.
Rishi sir, can we have an access for Sunil Swapam sir?
Yes sir. He can access, sir.
Okay. Just share.
Hello, Mr. Sunil.
Yeah, I'm sharing, sir. Please wait.
Not audible.
Hello.
Yes sir, you are audible.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Please wait for a moment. Can you see my slide?
Audible, actually.
My slide. Can you see, Gaurav sir? Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes sir.
Okay. So shall I start, sir? Gaurav sir, give me permission. Hello. Gaurav sir.
Sir, it's not audible.
Not audible.
Sir, it is audible.
Okay.
Gaurav sir, at your end, you are not able to hear?
Yeah, I can hear you all. Actually, can you hear me?
Sunil sir, we can hear you.
Okay.
You are clearly audible.
Okay. So, Gaurav sir already told about fabrication part. There are a lot of challenges in the mass manufacturing kind of application. So today, I would like to share some of our machine that is very suitable for the R&D people. Okay, R&D and for the engineering
Sunil sir is
students.
not audible.
But others are
Can we have
audible.
your voice, please?
Others are audible. I don't know why. Can everyone audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, but why Gaurav sir is not audible?
Screen is not visible.
Sir, others, no,
Screen is
others
not
are,
visible, sir.
others are audible my voice, but I don't know. Sure. हाँ एक बार चेक तो दोबारा वो कर लो. Sorry, actually some are not audible to my voice actually, so.
Your voice is
So, sir-
audible. What you can do, person who are not listening, they can rejoin or press there.
Yeah. I told him to rejoin it. Okay. So, sir, as already told by Gaurav sir about the manufacturing process. Okay. So, in the PCB manufacturing, there are two methods. One is wet process and another one is dry process. Okay. So what he told about the challenges was about the wet process, and wet process is mainly used for the production. Okay. So in the wet process, they are using multiple machines and using chemicals because the product, the PCB that fabricated. Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, it's audible.
Everyone audible? Am I?
Yes.
Now you are audible, but others are not audible again.
You continue, sir. Sunil sir, continue.
Yeah. Okay. Just please confirm others are audible or not, please.
Yes, audible, sir.
Okay.
Audible, sir. You
Okay.
can
Please
continue.
go ahead.
Okay. So
Not
in
ask
the
again. You are audible.
yeah, in the wet process, there are a lot of multiple machines and using chemicals that is cheaper actually, cheaper and it is suitable for the mass production. But as already told by Gaurav sir, if you design one particular device, okay, one particular device, and if you want to test it by making the PCB, mounting the components and test it whether it is functioning properly or not. If not functioning, if you need a modification in the design, then it will take a lot of time. Okay, in the designing part also, and if you go to the wet process line, they will wait for many such orders and will not get immediately. Okay, so for the R&D people and the laboratory and the scholars who are related to designing antenna or any devices, electronic devices, a small prototyping machine, having a small prototyping machine will give you. Hello. Okay, sir. Can I continue now?
Yes,
I can
continue.
continue. No?
Continue.
Okay. So having a machine inside the lab will save lot of time and money, as well as most importantly, the security of your design. Okay, security. Suppose you want to design a special device and it should not be leaked to anybody. If your design is transferred to a third party, means who can manufacture your PCB, they have the data. Without your data, they will not make it. So there will be a lot of agreement, but still your design is already given to your third party who can make the PCB. This is the most important part of the designer or any company who are invested on any new devices. So having a system inside a laboratory will benefit from these 2-3 points. Most important one is data security. And also you can make the PCB in a day and tested it. Okay, so I will continue in our prototyping machine. So first I would like to start with a flow diagram. Okay, so actually as already introduced by Gaurav sir, we represent LPKF Laser and Electronics, Germany, who specially manufacture prototype PCB machines, mechanical based as well as laser based machines, and other application laser based machines are also available with them. So this Protomat S104 or Proto Laser U4 kind of, Protomat mechanical based machine, Proto laser based machines for PCB application. And with these machines, you can directly import your design, and without any chemicals, we can manufacture your PCB instantly. This is the added advantage over wet process line. This is called dry process because here we are not using any chemicals or any other machineries uh, to make the PCBs. Okay, so first the machine will deliver along with a CAM as well as CAD edit software, but designing software is independently given to the user. We will not provide a designing software. So from the designing software, as already told by Gaurav sir, the designing software, the designer will design and he can export the design to a machine readable format. Very common one would be a Gerber or DXF file. These files are compatible with our software. We will import that one and we will make the PCBs. So I am just taking an example with this flow diagram to make how our machine can make a double-sided PCB. Just import your double-sided design. So mainly the double-sided design will comprise of top circuitry file, bottom circuitry file, then drilling files, and finally the PCB cutting file. So 4 different type of files will be required, and that 4 files we need to import in our software. Later I will try to show you in virtual mode in our software how those 4 files are imported and how the software is creating the tools to use and where to use for what purpose. That will be try to share with you on the screen with using our software. So according to the through hole plating, so we have the plan and you have the files, top circuitry, bottom circuitry, drill files, and board outline cutting, final cutting of the board. These 4 files you have. According to your through hole plating method, according to the machine availability for the through hole plating. The process of making the circuit by the main milling machine is also little different. Suppose here I am showing galvanic plating. Here we use electroplating to deposit the copper ions, copper particles to the inner wall of the drill holes. So in this case, the machine will not make the circuitry top and bottom first because we want to deposit the copper layer in the dielectric in the inner wall of the holes. So our software is taking care of which job will be done first. So first, when we import 4 files, top circuitry, bottom circuitry, then drill file and cutting, both are line. These 4 files we imported and we process in the software step by step. In that, the machine will do drilling first. Only the drill data will be drilled first using the required drill tools according to the design. So in the design, suppose we have many drills of different diameter. So according to that, as per the design itself, the available tools in our supply along with the machine, we need to put in the magazine and the machine will pick automatically and drill and also place back and it will change to another one and so on. After drilling completed, the software also shows that to do electroplating first. Otherwise, after making the circuitry on top and bottom, when we do the electroplating, the copper will also deposit on the surface, both side surface as well. So it will not have much benefit making the circuit first because we need to again make it later because it is already copper was deposited on the surface also. So after drilling, we need to do plating, electroplating. Our main purpose of electroplating is not to deposit the copper on the surfaces. So on the surface, we have already copper, whether it is 18 micron or 35 micron, whatever. So our purpose is to deposit a thin copper layer in the inner wall of the holes only. So in this electroplating method, this system have 4, 5, and 6 chamber. Total 6 chamber are there. So the quality of the plating depends on the cleanliness of the inner wall of the dielectric after drilling. Actually, during drilling, burr particles are also there. Dust particles are also there. So the other chambers are for cleaning and carbon activation. So in the system, the electroplating happens on the dielectric material because of carbon layers. So prior to the electroplating, there is one chamber for activation by the carbon, means carbon layer deposition. So after that, we need to put in the electroplating chamber, then plating will happen. So after completing this process, we need to take back that PCB to the machine for making the top layer and the bottom layer. So after that, it will cut and your PCB is ready. So solder masking or legend printing. Masking means to cover the circuitry by a non-conductor material to protect the copper from two things. One is from oxidation, means corrosion from the environment. Copper is very easily oxidized. So to protect that, and another one is not to breach, I mean not to short circuit. So that is also available as a kit. Manually we can apply it. Mask, that is called masking and legend printing. We usually show any PCB in a device, there is a white color marking. So C1, N1 kind of, and some rectangular area or some white color marking, that is called legend printing. And the green part that covered the circuitry is called masking. So masking and legend printing for the prototype complete kit is also available. So with that, you can get a fabricated PCB. After that, some small tabletop systems are there for mounting of SMD components and through hole components by hand soldering or something like that. So that is also available. We have. So let me come to the machine detail directly. I would like to concentrate on highest end model Protomet S104. This system is integrated with a spindle motor of 100,000 RPM and very much suitable for especially RF and microwave kind of application. Thus, the machine have 20 tool magazine positions. So whenever you import your design and generate the tool part to make it act perfectly on the PCB, that the tools to be used, total tools to be used, whether it is for drilling, whether it is for making the circuit or unwanted copper removal tools or cutting tools, these are all generated by the software. And before proceeding to fabrication, we need to put all those required tools in the magazine. So there should be some careful to take care of while putting the tools in the magazine. That should be corresponds to the software position and the physical position that is normally we covered in during the machine installation and training. So the machine have 20 tool stations. Milling with control is possible in the machine. There is a sensor for the depth adjustment in this system. With the help of that, we can accurately make the copper thickness. I mean, suppose we are making on PCB on 18 micron copper, then according to that, we can adjust the milling tool accurately with the help of this micro switch. And in the head unit itself, there is a vertical down looking camera that is called fiducial recognition camera. This helps in two ways. Number one, when we make the top layer and the bottom layer to be prepared by the machine, in that case, first it will make one layer, and when we flip the board, before making directly, it will capture the fiducial's reference holes so that the top circuitry and the bottom circuitry alignment is perfect. So this fiducial recognition camera is very much important in double layer or more layer PCB fabrication. And this camera can also focus any any point on the surface of the PCB, and we can measure the width or isolation of the track. So the machine table have inbuilt vacuum table. So the PCB, whether it is a flexible, very thin or a thick, this will be fastened and it will be held properly with the help of this table, because the vacuum table, there is a multiple porous holes, and air is sucking downwards. So it's very useful for mainly for the thin PCBs. And the added advantage of this system is all the movement part x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, these are all built on a granite for a very, very accurate vibration free during the movement of the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So this takes care the highest accuracy. So the machine's XY travel speed is 150 mm per second. Drilling performance is around 100 holes per minute. So the machine also have dispensing function. This is integrated in the head. So sometimes if we want to dispense some glue or paste, we can use this function. And the copper thickness measurement. Suppose we don't know a local PCB supplier, we have some PCB to make some design. Suppose in that copper thickness sometimes told 18, sometimes told 35, but in reality we do not know what is the real thickness of the copper on the material. So this can be measured in this system. There is a function when we activate that, core probe will be extended from top to the bottom and it will lower down on the PCB surface and it will tell the copper thickness. Suppose 18 micron is there, then actual could be 35, or if it is 18 itself, then 18 or 17.9 micron or 18.12 micron. It is most of the time not perfect. Actually, we told 18 micron copper means in reality it could be plus minus 0.123 like that. So this function is very useful for the prototype fabrication. So this is something about this system. So some of the application digital and analog prototype, multi-layer prototype to 8 layer can be prepared. Very, very suitable for RF and microwave prototypes. Can work on flexible and rigid or rigid flex kind of material. 2.5D application, such as housing or any other application like dip milling, suppose on a softer material, that can also be done with this machine. Cutting is already there. Stencil on polyamide films is also possible. Suppose we make a PCB and we want to mount a component, assembly component on top of it. For that, we can make a stencil for depositing the solder paste. So this is also an added advantage for this machine. This is some comparison I have. So the machine we normally deliver with some of the startup sets that include some tapes, some tools. Different types of tools are used. For making the track is different. For removing the unwanted coppers, that tool is different. For drilling, that is different. For cutting, that is different. So combination of it, we make a standard box and we delivered it along with the system. And some PCB also to just when the machine arrives your place, just to test on your design or existing one, we can immediately start. So this startup set is also required. So compressor is also needed. This can be arranged locally or we can also supply along with the machine. Compressor, the main function of this compressor in the milling machine is to control the collet open and close for picking up or releasing the tools, etc. And dust extraction system. This is automatic dust extraction system. During the milling or drilling process, immediately the drill dust particles or burr particles should be extracted away, not to contaminate the bearings or the PCB surface. So this is also very much required accessories for the system. So for the through hole plating, this is the galvanic method. So we can make the connectivity of top layer and bottom layer through a hole. So up to 0.2 mm where holes can be electroplated. I mean, make a thin layer of copper conductive particle as shown in the below picture. And there is a process flow always controlled by the machine itself. So we need to run it one by one as per the tank number. Alternate method for the through hole plating is also available. This is also manual method. We don't, in this case, we don't use chemicals. We use a silver paste and we apply only on the holes using some kits here. So in the holes, once this silver paste goes on from one side to other and to and fro process, we are not filling up the holes by this paste, but we are making a thin layer of silver paste around the inner wall of the holes and we cure it in the oven. So this is also very effective and most people are using this one. We call it chemical without chemical method. So it is called ProConduct. So with the help of this also without using any chemical or galvanic, we can make the connectivity top and bottom. And price wise also very cheaper than the galvanic method. In galvanic method, lot of chemicals are used. So 4 or 5 different type of chemicals are used. So chemical have a limited life also, as well as they have being hazardous. Lot of restrictions are also there for at the time of disposing or at the time of importing. So this without chemical method is also very useful. So the machine comes with Circuit Pro software. So this can import your design and fabrication complete is controlled by the software. For this, I will try to share a virtual what to say demo on the software itself. So for the assembly part, this is also, I think, important for the people who want to do some prototype. So these are all manual method, but with the help of this system, you can deposit the solder paste on the area, pad area only, and you can mount the components with the help of this kind of placing system. Placing is important because the diode or any component orientation and all and proper alignment can be seen in the monitor with the help of camera mounted. So it is manual, but accurate placement of the component can be done with this tabletop system. So first is printing of the paste on the pads. That is done by this using a stencil. So the advantage of Protomat S104 milling machine is that the stencil to be used in this system can be prepared on a polyamide film and that can be fixed here and it can be stretched properly, nicely, and below we can have our own PCB and alignment, all the system is there, alignment keys are there. So with the help of that alignment screws, micrometer screws are there. So properly aligned, then we apply solder paste from the top of the stencil. With this process, the solder paste will be deposited only on the area where stencil is cut. Then next process is placement of the components using this system. You can place all the assembly components, most of the components, loose components or real components, kind of. So after placement of the component, next process is putting the whole complete PCB with the component in a oven. This is a temperature control oven. We have different zones, warm up, then startup, heating, equal distribution and all is there. And according to the paste we are using, we can set the temperature or we can set the profile. So inside this, the paste will be melted and it will, when cool down, it will metallize and all the SMD lids will be soldered, means bonding together with the pads. So these are also very, very useful system for R&D and for the scholar peoples. So these are for SMD placement. For the through hole kind of electrolyte kind of components, you can use manual soldering stations. Just an example, we have a multi-channel I'm showing here. Only one station, we have four different type of tools can be used. One is for soldering, another one is desoldering. Hot air is also there, and through hole component removal is also possible. So this kind of desoldering stations are also available with us. These are all very, very useful tools for the electronic lab. These are about the tools equipped with this. So for the machine part, I am completing here. So I want to come to the software part. Can I go ahead or is there any questions, sir?
Sir, I have two questions.
Yes, sir.
So first one is there any mechanism to choose the type of substrate? Like if you are working on the Rogers or if you are working on the FR4 materials, to choose the drilling speed and other things?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
We can have that.
So,
yes, we have that. We have that pieces. Yes.
Okay, we can, based upon the material, the RPM and other things would be chosen accordingly.
Correct. That let us see whether in my software that will be there or not. Let us check. But according to the material type choose, the RPM and everything will be automatically updated in our software. Okay. That can
Right.
also, manually we can change that one, but normally we don't recommend that because this was in the manufacturer. They have already done lot of R&D and they have put that particular value. So that is possible, sir. That is possible. Okay. This go ahead for the second.
What is the minimum size of the drill that you have in this particular budget?
Okay. Normally the drill size, smallest drill, spiral drill.
Diameter or in terms
available
of
with
millimeters.
Yeah, available with us is 0.2 mm. Okay. 0.2 mm.
Okay.
But in the box, what we provide as an initial startup set, that will be smallest will be 0.4. Okay. But it is available if specially required, then 0.2, 0.3 also available. But smaller diameter tool bit is not available.
Okay. One more question, sir. Like suppose we are making a two-side PCBs.
Okay.
So we need to take a reference point. So
Correct.
please kindly explain that particular part when you're showing your software.
Okay. That will be provided, sir.
Because that is the most typical part. We put a reference point and then we just turn the PCB. We normally no.
Yes.
That particular part we like to.
Actually, in our software, when we import the double-sided design, we need to put, okay, we need to put at least 2 reference hole that will be during the fabrication part, that will be treated as reference hole for all the coordinates, okay, all the
Okay.
coordinate inside that, okay. Once
Okay.
that at least 2 or more, 2, 2, 3, 4, okay, 1, we cannot put 1, at least 2 we need to put. And during fabrication or any repetition kind of repetition, I mean, you make the circuit, but you want to repeat it again on the same track. If that 2 reference hole is accurately captured, then you don't need to worry anywhere. It will not give any fault or any cutting of the track or anything. Okay, because with these 2 reference hole inside of that, all the coordinates are well, what to say, secured. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
What is the resolution of your machine?
Resolution of our
Machine.
motor, na resolution.
Yeah, obviously your machine.
Yeah, 0.5 microns, sir.
0.5 microns.
Yeah.
So that means more than 0.2 mm.
Yes, 0.5 micron. Actually, there are a lot of things for this resolution. Okay, there are what to say. It is, we mention mechanical resolution. Okay, mechanical resolution 0.5 micron. But when we calculate and in reality, okay, in reality, combination of all x-axis, y-axis, then it comes down 0.16 micron. But we normally mention it mechanical resolution of
What is the minimum size of your track?
minimum size, sir. Yeah, actually, our smallest tool use is 0.1. Okay, sir, 0.1. So 100 micron track width and 100 micron track to track gap isolation is guaranteed on a 18 micron copper. Okay. In mechanical.
Yes, resolution come in picture when we go for a, you can say, for circular type of design or any means where the zigzag type of structures we have in case of
you
then
cannot see.
then you find a problem, because resolution is most important in that.
Correct, sir. If you see in our machine, the circular part, no, normally in the around the small holes, you cannot see any zigzag kind of pattern. It is a continuous because the spindle motor high speed also plays an important role here. So the smooth track edge and the smooth circular is achieved.
Okay, but as you're saying, its resolution is less. That's fine, because
mechanical. So mechanical is 0.5 micron.
So you're saying mechanical 0.5, obviously you'll getting around that only. How you can get more than that?
That I do not know, sir, because it is manufacturer specification. And till now, we don't face any issue about the fabrication point of view about any complaint on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I will share another screen. So can you see my screen, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir. It is
Hello?
visible. Yes, sir.
Visible, na? Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Visible.
okay, okay. So this is a normal view when we start our software. So we have one is machining view and one is game view. So I will connect this software with the virtual machine. Let's see, virtual connect. So this is virtual, so only the few tools positions are showing, but no problem. So this is normally when we start the software and connection with the machine, the connection step will establish and all the camera and all will be connected there. So after that, it will be ready. So now let us choose a file or say, let us make a double-sided PCB. In that first, we have these steps. This will help the user how to prepare, how to make the PCB very easily. So this is the process planning wizard. So as I already explained in the capability of the machine, so we have two applications. One is normal PCB and another one is 2.5D element, 2.5D applications. So all the microwave or RF kind of application, PCB, everything comes under process of PCB. So we need to select this next. So if we want to make a single-sided or double-sided, from here we need to choose. Now we are going to make double-sided. Next. Then on which material we are going to make double-sided. So normally FR4 or Rogers or FR2, this black are the other harder materials, and we don't recommend for the ceramic, fire ceramic kind of hard material, because the tools, though it is tungsten carbide, very small. So on the hard material, it is most of the time broken. So we don't recommend to work on ceramic materials. If ceramic application is there, then we certainly recommend the laser based machines. So these mechanical based machines are normally for the softer material. FR4 or Roses kind of, then PTFE. PTFE, I think it comes in the Roses. So let us take FR4 as an example.
So don't you have specifications for RT Doroid 5880?
RT Duroid, I think it's not listed here, but we normally take as a Rogers material, sir.
Yeah, actually, sir, Rogers 4003 is quite a different material from the Rogers RT Doroid material.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the RT Doroid is much softer material. So in that case,
Okay.
it's the drilling
So in that
operation.
case, yeah, in that case, we need to select RO400. Let's see whether it is listed in there or not, but this is the standard material type. Let's see, let us choose Roses 4000. Next. So this is Pro Conduct for the through hole plating. Next. Then next is import our design. Double. I have an example. PC drive. So we need to choose from the location. Here I have some example. So these four files I select together and import it. So this is the bot outline file. This is a bottom layer circuitry file, top layer circuitry file, then this is the drill plated files. Just click OK. then we can see collectively. So here it is showing in the layers. Drill plated is there, top layer is there, bottom layer is there. Sorry, board outline, then bottom layer. Then next step is create an area where all unnecessary copper can be removed. So here we can define area on top or bottom differently or on the same location. Rub out all layer, rub out bottom, rub out top. Suppose let us take rub out top. In this we can define from here to here. From here to here. Suppose within this rectangular area, all the unwanted coppers will be removed. If we don't define it, it will make only the isolation and make as it is. That is also possible. If we define it, it will affect only to this area, or we can define this whole surface. Then simply close, we define and simply close. Next, fiducial set. Here, this is the reference. We need to put it. This is for the machine to use during fabrication, and it is not part of our design. So we normally put it outside of the design, just on the upper corner of the design and lower corner diagonally. We recommend always diagonally like this. So minimum 2 is required diagonally, either from the upper right or the lower from the upper right and lower left. So after this, with the help of this tool, we can generate the tool part. So the first isolation type. This is the basic in the sense it will make only the tracks and isolation only. But here we have defined some area we want to remove some unwanted coppers. So here we need to select as partial rub out. Then this is the board outline cutting design. We have many patterns. This is a continuous cutting line starting from one point and cutting and completely cutting. But sometimes it creates some problems. So normally we recommend this kind of tape, like we break the SIM card from the tapes. So it will cut half and leave a small 1 mm on opposite side and cut other things. Then later on we can break it to and fro movement of the PCB from the board. So then convert to toolbar, drill, fiducial, pocket is not necessary. So here, sir, see, your RO403 material has come. FF4 aluminium POM RO403 polyamide Pertinex polyamide 25 micron. Many different type of maybe mostly use 1403 and copper thickness 18 micron. Then start. So according to this material and the copper thickness 18 micron, the tool to be used will be generated according to our desired isolation type, then cutting design type. Then just start. So here the required tools are generated. Conical tools, universal cutter, a micro cutter, 0.1 and 0.2 will be used for making most of the tracks. Smaller tracks will be prepared by micro cutter 0.1 mm. Then larger track will be prepared by universal cutter 0.2 mm. This end mills End mill 2 mm and 1 mm will use to remove all the unwanted coppers. Then drilling tools here. Spiral drill 2 mm is there. 6 holes are there to use by this 2 mm, 6 holes. Then spiral drill 0.4 mm, 53 strokes, 53 holes are there in as per this design. 0.4, 53 holes are there. 0.6 only 1 mm 6 holes, 1.5 2 holes only. And for both final cutting, contour router 2 mm will be used. So these are the tools required to make this design on PCB physically. So these tools we need to assign in the magazine. We can just close this page or we can save or print, but we can also close it. It will be automatically shown in the tool magazine also. So next process is the required tools that was generated in the previous process. These are shown on the left hand side. Cross means we have not assigned it in the magazine. So here this is the magazine. Here the tool position number 1 up to 10 is showing here, but in actual machine it will be 20. So this is virtual, so it is only 10. So we can assign spiral drill 1.5 required tools on the left hand first one on any of the tool position. Suppose 10 position, let me start from 10 position 1.5 spiral drill. So this has been assigned in the software on 10 position. That means physically we need to put spiral drill 1.5 on 10 position on machine itself. We cannot put it if we assign in the software on number 10 and in physically we put in number 1. That will not work. That will break the tool as well as circuit will be spoiled. So this should be taken care of during the fabrication part. So whatever tool required, we need to assign on the magazine correctly. So I put spiral drill 1.5 mm on tool position number 10. So physically also we need to put on the 10 position this spiral drill 1.5. Likewise, I put universal cutter on position number 1. So this is choose the required tools is as per the available tools in the library. So in the drop down list itself, it will be all available. So from here only we need to choose. Suppose number 2 micro cutter, number 3 end mill 2 mm, end mill spiral drill all have sometimes have same diameter. So we need to very careful end mill or spiral drill. So physically also we need to be we need to know what are the different type and how it is look like. And so to avoid any confusion in our tools, there are different color coding on the tool itself. So sometimes without knowing this, in place of end mill 2 mm spiral drill is placed, then it tool will be break like that. So it should be little bit careful.
Sir, if we don't have a particular drill bit,
Ah.
so can we use the milling tool in that particular place?
Milling tool. Suppose end mill. Okay, end mill 1 mm is not available.
Right.
In that case, you need to remove from the library. Then you need to again recalculate the tool part. Okay, the previous one. In that automatically.
Like suppose in our design we have put certain things which is not available as a tool in our drill. So in that case, and it is available with the milling. So can we use a milling tool with the help instead of the drilling tool in this?
Yes, we can do that. Because suppose I don't have end mill 2 mm. Okay. See here, NML 2 mm. It is not available physically in our lab. Suppose. Okay. Then prior to this, you need to go to the tool library. Okay. Actually, this all will be when you use, it will be very, very familiar. So suppose in the widget, just in the widget, you can go like this and see here. This is the tool available. Okay, tool set is click here, and in the tool set, all the toolbox available toolbox will be here. See here, NML 2 mm is here, no sir? Can you see this? This one?
Yes.
This
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if this is not available, okay, then here you just remove it. Okay. Then it will automatically as per your design, automatically it will generate the tools to be used to make perfectly. Okay. In place of this 2 mm, it will go by 1 mm. It will cover by 1 mm. Okay. So that is possible, sir. That is possible. Not an issue. That is possible.
It will create 1 mm and then it will going to mill that particular 1 mm to
Yes,
create
yes. Actually, what happened for removing the larger area, it is easier by 2 mm. It is faster by 2 mm. Okay, larger area. So 2 mm is not available. Then 1 mm will go and it will cover all the entire surface. Okay.
Right.
So that is possible, sir. Not an issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So here we need to assign all the required tools. NML 2. So sequentially you can also put, not an issue. Only the part to be taken care is assignment of this particular tool in this software should correspond on the physical placement on the tool position in the machine. That's all. NML 1 mm, spiral drill 2 mm, contour router, contour router 2 mm, spiral drill 0.4. Spiral drill 0.6. Spiral drill 1. So see, all the required tools has been assigned in the software. This should be also on the machine. Then okay. So all the tools has required to fabricate this particular design has been already assigned. So now the last step, fabrication part. By default, see, in the CAM view, this is my design. In the machining view, it by default, it comes at the center, see, at the center. So we can adjust it anywhere. You can multiply it. You can make multiple of this same. Okay, and you can adjust the available area of the copper anywhere in this the yellow, I think yellow line inside rectangular yellow line. It is the standard PCB size 229 by 305 mm. So this design by default, it comes at the center. Then here, last one, start the board production wizard. Now it will ask to place the material, I mean the PCB. In our case, Rogers 4003. Then start, mount material already placed on the machine. Mount working depth limiter. Okay, no problem. This is about the machine. See, sir, here we already in the machine side, we already put our PCB. Put the PCB and we can on the vacuum, then it is firmly attached on the machine table. Here again, we can have the chance to change our material and the thickness of the copper. This is the copper thickness. This is the material. and 18 micron copper thickness. Total material thickness. Here we can change it. Suppose if we are using 2 mm, then you need to put 2 mm, 1 mm, 1, you need to put here 1 mm, but standard FR4 usually use is of 1.55 mm. So here we need to change according to our material. Suppose Rogers material we are using and we are using 1 mm. Suppose in that case we need to change it 1 mm. Underlay plate thickness. This is standard in our machine. The vacuum table is on a porous ceramic, and on top of that there is a protective material that we usually call underlay plate, underlay material. To protect the PCB when drilling, it should not touch the machine original table below. So this is the protective thickness. Actually, the concept of the machine working is the jet should come down up to that level from a normal average head is there. From there, it will come down up to the level where the boat, our boat is placed. So the jet up and down is also depending on this material thickness, copper thickness, then underlay material thickness. Tomorrow, suppose we use underlay material 1.5 in place of 2, and in physically we use 1.5 and we put here 2, means 0.5 difference will be there. So it will affect the fabrication part of the circuitry. It may be sometimes remove or not remove like that, or making the track properly or not. So here, according to the underlay material we use in the machine and the material thickness we use, all this we need to put here. Suppose here I already put Rogers 4003 material type, copper thickness 18 micron, material thickness is 1 mm, and the underlay material already used in the vacuum table is 2 mm. Then continue. Now placement of my design, where to make my PCB. With this we can do many things. We can rotate. This is suppose 90-degree rotation. We can rotate. We can place anywhere like this, or simply click and drag. Simply click and drag. And we can also have multiple of it by changing x-axis 2, y-axis 1, then
मैं बेस्ट जोड़ा अगर सुखी जीवन नहीं है हाँ
so like this we can also multiply our design. Okay, so this is possible in this window. Once we place it, one, I'm making only one now, one, like so. Suppose I want to make it in one corner here. So suppose I want to make here, then I place it, then continue. By clicking continue, it will start making it. See, save the document. Yes. Always save it, your project. Anytime you can use it in the future, or you can also rerun it. Suppose desktop, sample like this project is set. Say drill fiducial. First process is making the drill fiducial. So the spindle motor is warming up. If it is real, then 2 minutes warm up is there. Spindle motor. So drill fiducial, that two holes we provided in the earlier, that is the first need to be drilled by the machine. Can check here. Making whatever we see, it will make by the machine like this. So this is first drill already done. Then after that, it is making the bottom part first. So the process step is also can be seen here. So after making the other side, it will go automatically on the top side. And the position also change. Flip the material. So in this case, the software will automatically flip the board and it will position like this, but we are not continuing it. We need to continue by flipping the material in x-axis. We want to make on the other side. So in the software also it is showing how it is to be flipped. So once we flip the board and place it properly, then only we can click next. So it is showing it is going away from this one working area. So we can adjust it and we can continue it. So it is making some drills. Marking drills. Okay. Let me check the alignment first. So after reading the fiducial, it will start making the PCB top side. Showing tool chains is for every tool chains, it is showing the tool chains. Any stage you can interrupt, you can abort, and you can make it right. This is also an added advantage that is we covered it in the training part. So any part can be zoom like this. You can see it. Sir, meantime, I want to know, you are all from a particular college or multiple college? I don't know much actually. Gaurav
Actually,
sir.
yeah, everybody is from different colleges. Just like Mr. Abhay Kumar is from JIIT Noida, and
Oh, okay, okay,
Abhijit Ghosh is from NIT.
okay,
Actually,
okay, okay,
everybody from different colleges, and
okay, okay. Nice, sir. Nice, nice. Such program should be there, sir, actually.
you can check from participants.
Okay, okay. That is what actually I can see uh lot of guests present here, but I do not know from where they are actually.
Sir, you are not audible.
Yeah, I'm not speaking anything, sir, actually. It
Okay,
is
okay,
just a
okay.
process, actually. It will complete the top side, then cutting will happen. Okay. Then,
Okay, okay. Fine, sir, fine.
then this fabrication part will be shown as a complete finish like that. Okay.
Okay, sir, fine.
Yeah, yes. So the advantage is when you make a design like this and you make by the machine, and when you test it, suppose it does not work, then you come back to your PC and you check the designing again. Okay. And changing the component or changing the thread route or something like that. Then when simulation works, then again you can export it and you can make it again. Okay. So having a system will give you benefit in making and rectification these things in a day. You can get the PCBs in a day. If you do this from a third party who can make it, then it will take a long time. So for R&D and for this kind of application, time is also considered a very important parameter actually. So having a system is always advantage, giving advantage to the R&D people. Meantime, if you have any points to discuss, please share. Let us discuss that also. If I have information, then we can.
Sunil sir, can we have some brief idea about the through-hole plating also?
Through hole plating, yes. So in our setup, as I already mentioned, so dismount material for the through hole plating. See, after making the tracks on top and bottom, okay, the software is telling dismount the material. Then okay, apply protection film. This is about the through hole. Okay, as we in the process planning wizard, we selected pro conduct, the silver paste method. So it is telling dismount the whole PCB from the machine and apply protection film. So we need to protect this both side by a protection film that is part of the supply of that kit. It is a sticky material. When we peel off, it will be sticky. So this material we need to apply on both the surface of this PCB area that was just now milled by the machine. Okay, then okay. We apply that to film, protection film on both the surface. After that, okay. Then mount the material top side first. We remove the PCB. We already make the top circuitry and bottom circuitry. Okay, and drilling is not that happen now. So before drilling, it is guiding us to apply the protection foil on both the surface of the mill PCB. So we applied that by taking out the PCB. Then it is asking to mount at the top side first. Okay, so we mount that material back to the machine again. So when you click OK, the machine will recognize the fiducial, two fiducial we prepared, and it will drill on the protection foil, on top of the protection foil. So the accuracy of the drilling on the where it should drill is that will be perfect because it is recognizing that two reference hole. Let's see. See, it is after recognizing that two holes, it is drilling the holes in the accurate area, accurate place. So there are multiple spiral drill diameters, so it is changing frequently. Okay, this is 2 mm, already done. So in here, I want to mention, say dismount the material. Actually, we want to apply silver paste only on the holes. That is why before drilling, we apply a protection foil on all the surface and we drill by the machine. Now we need to apply the silver paste on this on top of the protection foil where already drill has been done by the machine. So process pro conduct, carry out the through hole plating process with pro conduct. Process finish. So in the pro conduct, what machine will do? Machine will drill the holes on the accurate place by recognizing the two fiducials. But to apply the solder paste only on the holes, we need a protection of all the surface. That is why prior to the drilling, we apply a sticky transparent sheet to protect other circuitry by this silver paste spread. Okay, so after drilling, we take out the PCB and we apply this silver paste on top of this foil where already drill is there. And this is a separate process, manual process with and we need to remove after applying the silver paste on the holes. We need to peel off this two protection foil we apply on this two surface, and the PCB we need to put inside an oven of 160 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes so that this silver paste which are applied only on the holes need to be metallized. So with the help of this oven, this silver paste metallization happens and connectivity of top and the bottom circuitry happens. So this is the process about a double-sided PCB fabrication using silver paste through hole connection. After this, you can check and or you can mount the components and you can check the device. By manually or the other systems available as per my presentation, solver paste printer is there, pick and place is there, then reflow oven is there. All are tabletop for A4 size. So this is the method actually. We have some time, so please share us your thought or any additional points if you have.
Anyone wants to ask anything? You can ask.
Please, sir, please. All are tired, I think so. It's a 2-hour session.
Yeah, might be so.
Yeah.
Still any doubts from the participant side? You can ask. Related to anything, any general doubt can be asked.
Yeah, any general in terms of electronics. In fact, where I am working, we are mainly machine supplier, both for mass production machines as well as this kind of R&D machines. So for any kind of, I mean, for the manufacturing or assembly, you can put up some question. If I have some information, then I can immediately share to you all.
Yeah, yes. Anyone from the participant side?
In the mass manufacturing, as already told by Gaurav sir, there are a lot of machines available in line. Automatic is also available. So in that first photo plotter, okay, designed to be transferred on the PCB. So in that process itself, we need a lot of machines like photo plotter is required to print the design on a film, photo film. Then you need a developer for that, like the X-ray. Then on the PCB to transfer on the PCB surface, the PCB surface need to be laminated with a what to say UV sensitive material that is called kind of photoresist. It is called a photoresist. So that should be applied on the PCB surface. Then we need to expose it with in our exposure system. Normally UV exposure is available for that. So while exposing that already printed material that was developed and kept ready, that we need to put on the PCB surface that was already laminated with the photosensitive photoresist material. We coincide together and in a UV exposure system, we need to expose that. So by doing that, all the UV exposed part will remain on the PCB surface while developing. Then other not exposed part, that was, I mean, the exposed part will remain on the PCB, and the not exposed part will dissolve in the developing process. Then the copper will be seen. Then in the next process, that will be put inside a etching system. So maybe ferric chloride may be used. So in that, all the open copper will be dissolved, remaining only the covered part. So that is the process actually in the wet process. So in the mass production, we have a lot of machines for that. Like for masking itself, we have a screen printing kind of machine. Fast, it will only print all the circuitry part where to be on what to say, pad, only the pad need to be open, others are to be covered by the green mask material. So machine have a that material as a ink, and it will spread everywhere, and remaining only the pad areas where component to be mounted. So that lot of machines, big machines in terms of crore machines are available for the mass production. But these systems will help, as told already by Gaurav sir in the beginning. Suppose one person have some idea, have some creativity to make something of his own. Later on, that machine, that device can be a huge demand. Okay, so suppose phone. People who are working in R&D, they are always keep on updating that particular phone model to higher with a multi-layer facility, then lot of facility inside. So if that R&D material is leak out to competition, then it is their loss. If the other party manufacture it and come to the market first, then it is totally loss for them. So in the R&D sector, this kind of machines are very important. And nowadays, all the OEM, I mean, all the electronic manufacturing contract manufacturers, they also have an R&D unit. They also use the same thing, not only in the institutes. Yeah, please tell me, sir. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody telling something?
Verma sir, mic is on.
Okay.
Lots of disturbances coming from that side.
Yes. So,
You
Gaurav
can
sir,
continue, sir.
Yes, Mr. Sunil.
any questions, sir? Or I think time is about to up. So
Yes, it's like everything is covered. I hope we set an agenda for electroplating, through all plating also, and I
yeah,
think
through all plating, yes, it is already covered. I think so.
we already covered, and
Yeah.
I hope everybody that's a fruitful session for you in terms of the PCB fabrication. And if anybody have any question, then they may ask anything.
Yeah, you can, anybody can ask here also, or later on also you can write to us, to Gaurav sir or to me directly. We'll try to answer you as soon as possible.
Rishi sir,
Yes, sir.
is anything else this is done by our side? It's over.
Okay. Any participants want to ask anything? You can still ask.
Or we can cover anything if anybody wants in terms of the fabrication, then we can cover that in this session only. But I think it's already over, and your next session
Yes,
for
sir.
anechoic chamber is
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
It's but
I
still,
think-
if anyone related to what you have discussed till now, if anyone wants to ask anything, you can feel free to ask.
Yeah. Only the multi-layer fabrication part is not covered, but it is very simple. All the layer fabrication will be done by the milling machine. There will be a same reference hole. According to that, any layer will be fabricated by the machine, and later on we need to put in a pressing machine aligning properly, and with the heat with press it will combine together with the help of a pre-preg material used in the multi-layer. Okay, so each layer will be separated by a pre-preg. The material is known as pre-preg, P-R-E-P-R-E-G, pre-preg. This is a dielectric material, and when heated it will melt and glue together all the layers. Okay, so for the multi-layer it is very easy, and additional pressing machine is required, such a pressing machine that it can press together, as well as the heating plates are also there in the pressing plates. Okay, so it is not simply pressing, it is also giving the heat to melt the pre-preg to bond together of each layer. So this is multi-layer fabrication. So in
thank you.
single and double sided, we don't need this pressing machine, because we already have the material in double sided or single sided. So in multi-layer, we need to combine them together. 4 layer, 6 layer, 8 layer, like that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sunil,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
for this session. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of all the faculty members of JB Pant Institute of Engineering and Technology, along with all the participants, I would like to thank you for giving your precious time for this FDP occasion. And I'm sure that all the participants are getting benefited from this session from you. And along with that, I would like to thank Sunil sir also for
Thank you,
his
sir.
talk. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay,
Thank you.
I am leaving. Okay, it's okay. And anytime, if you have any question, please mail to Gaurav sir or to me, and we will try to clarify it as soon as possible, sir. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Glad to have you, sir.
Thanks.
Both of
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay. Thank you all the participants for your participation and for your patience listening. Next session we will have at 12 p.m. Antenna measurement, which will be delivered by Mr. Gaurav Jindal. Okay, so within after 30 minutes, the link will be shared to you on WhatsApp. Thank you all.